Hey YouTube, it's RJ Shea with Team 50 Points here. I'm just gonna give you guys a few basic tips for the newbies in airsoft. I got a checklist of things here. I didn't think I'd be able to remember them all, so I wrote a checklist. So first on the list, this is for people that are just starting airsoft, that are wondering, what should I get, stuff like that. And at the end of the video, I'll talk about, good companies and brands and good websites to buy from. I got 3 brands and 3 websites that are pretty good. So top of the list going down. All right, a vest would be good. Vests usually run around like I got mine $50 off Amazon. Boots. Oh, I should show you the vest. The vest I showed you. I have another video actually. It's the team is back video. Let me show you a better shot of this. But it's a molly vest, which means you could add pouches. But anyway, a good pair of boots. A lot of people wear sneakers, which if you wear sneakers, it really doesn't matter. But I'm telling you, if it's a muddy day, cloudy day, you guys are playing, and there's the ground's a little moist, even if it's just a little moist, it goes through sneakers. I've had, just the sand was clumpy because I play in my woods a lot, where it's sand and not like leaves and stuff. It's not like regular dirt, but the sand is clumpy, and just that moisture gets through my sneakers. So get a good pair of boots. I have friends that use work boots. Work boots are fine, but they get a little uncomfortable to run in. But if you can go to like an army surplus store, they should have I forget what they're called, but they're boots that are like a combination between a boot and a sneaker, so you can run in them, but they're also waterproof. They're nice boots. They can run anywhere from around $50 to, I've seen them around $200. A mask or goggles I should have put, but good mask. I use a paintball mask. It's right here. Good mask. One that fits properly. You don't want one too big. You don't want one too tight because it gets kind of foggy and hot in your mask when you're playing. Masks. I got that for like $20, and glasses go even cheaper. Just get a good pair of safety glasses. Next thing I want to talk about is BBs. The type of BBs you get really matters on the type of gun you get. If you're getting an AEG, most AEGs, which is I think it stands for Airsoft Electric Gun, something like that. But it's a gun that runs on a battery and not gas or spring. But most electric guns use .20 grams, .2s, people call them. Those are the best, I would say, for the basic electric guns. Like guns like the Kalashnikov AK. This gun, and I think it's a lot of AKs. AKs are my favorite, my personal favorite. I favor them over the M4. But AKs tend to have feeding problems, I heard, and that one definitely does. Only with that, it only doesn't have a feeding problem when I use .23s. And if anyone can help me with that problem, I'd be extremely grateful. If I could just fix it so I could just shoot .2s. Because it gets, when you're paying out of pocket for BBs for only one gun, I like to, spread my BBs around all my guns. Next thing, duffel bag or gun cases. I keep some of my guns in duffel bags, but if I'm going, I keep my main guns in cases like my sniper. Like Godfather Airsoft, they really don't care whether or not you have orange on the tip. Like I went over there, there's a whole bunch of rules on the website to say, hey, you gotta have orange on your tips, and I went over there, I had orange tape just in case, but I just left it alone. I got over there and they didn't even care. They just let me play without orange tips on there or anything. Like, they're really laid back over there. But I wasn't there during an event. I'm guessing there's a lot more stricter during an event. But so yeah, duffel bag is kind of like it's not a backpack for you. For those of you who don't know, the backpack goes on your back. That's why it's called a backpack. Duffel bag is kind of like it's kind of, I want to say it's like kind of like a briefcase, but in like, it's like a half backpack, half briefcase. You hold it down here, or you could actually, I think I have. This is not exactly a duffel bag, but this is kind of like what it looks like. This is actually a military bag, but you hold it, by straps at your side, or throw it over your shoulder. But yeah, that holds all of my stuff. Like that'll hold some of my guns, gas. And then backpack you want to use for spare clothes, because I've gotten wet in some of my games that I've played, and then I didn't have spare clothes and it sucks. Barrel condoms or barrel plugs. If you're going to play in an event or just at home, if you're using an airsoft gun, I would highly recommend having barrel condoms or plugs. Especially if you're going to an event, because they require you to have a barrel condom or a barrel plug. Plus, if you're using it at home, it's just a lot safer. I had an issue where I was watching my mom's friend's little kid. He came over, he started playing with the guns, stuff with his toy guns. He shot himself in the leg, and I got in trouble for that. He was a little kid, he was like 2. I don't even know how, it was like one of my spring pistols. I kept one cocked, and now I know not to do that anymore. I just forgot to, shoot it off. Anyway, onwards. Camo. Now, if you're not being too serious about the game, you don't really need camo. Like, if you're not playing an event, you don't need camo, it's just like in the backyard. But I always take airsoft seriously. I enjoy it a lot, so I always wear camo. You can get it at Army surplus stores, or just even at like Walmart. I buy from Walmart a lot. Not guns, but just gear. If you're going to be a sniper, have an acceptable scope. And when I say acceptable scope, I mean, a scope that you can adjust, because I've heard of scopes that have trouble adjusting or don't adjust at all. And not a cheap scope. You don't want a cheap scope, but by acceptable I also mean not too highly priced, because there's some people that go, hey, I want to get a night vision scope, when really there's not really that many games that you play at night if you're going to an event. Like, I used to play at night all the time in my backyard with my friends. Me and my friends just thought it was fun. Me and my team. Speed loaders. Speed loaders are very important if you have a sniper, because with a sniper you don't have or even low or mid caps. You can't just pour BBs into a low and mid cap or a sniper magazine. Usually you need to have a speed loader to load them up, and otherwise you're just sitting there plugging BBs in, then you drop them and it gets aggravating. It does. And these are optional, but I wear gloves. I wear fingerless gloves. This way I can grip the trigger and I can still load my guns without having BBs slip through my fingers. And 2 more things. A gun, which is duh, you're gonna need a gun. I'm almost positive I didn't cover everything. There's probably more, and I'll probably add to it later. But a gun, and I will show you where I'm going to tell you some good brands and some good websites. Some good, websites. I got Evic, Airsplat, and Airsoft GI. I have some pros and cons of each, and these are from personal experience. And I've also gotten a survey. I did a forum on I put a thing on a forum, and they everyone told me about it. I was like, I just wrote down, tell me the pros and cons of these three manufacturers or these three websites, and they gave me all the information I needed. I just took some notes. So some good websites is evic.com, airsplat.com, and Airsoft GI. Evic, fair prices, great guns and gear, but they're always out of stock. If you want to get a gun now, today, I would not just suggest Evic, because they're always out of stock on basically everything on their websites. Like, the one thing you want is always out of stock. Airsplat is cheaper. It's like one of the cheapest websites I've ever used, and it has more accessories, but their guns usually come with more accessories, but their packaging is horrible. Like your package always comes beat up. But I've heard that was also UPS. But like, there's not even barely a label on their packaging to let you know where it even came from. It's their little thing that says Airsplat. And then Airsoft GI. Really no cons of Airsoft GI. They have fair prices and good packaging. Those are the three I would suggest to you if you're just starting out. And then some brands. I have Tokyo Marui, Classic Army, and ICS. I'll start with ICS. ICS is generally labeled the least reliable AEGs. So if you want an electric gun, I would not go with ICS. I'm sorry, stutter. Because I've heard from a lot of people they're the least reliable with their electric guns. Classic Army. They have decent guns for airsoft veterans. Basically, if you are a beginner, they're good guns for the more experienced players. If you're a beginner, maintenance, you might, because these guns are not cheap guns in the first place, and if they break, it's going to cost you even more money to get it fixed. So I suggest you get it when you're more experienced and you know how to fix things yourself. Last, I have Tokyo Marui. Many options and upgrade abilities, best for beginners. Tokyo Marui all their guns are basically made of ABS plastic. It's a very strong plastic, and have some. It's called white metal, I think it is. But that bends easily. But they're cheap, and they're just good guns for beginners. Let's see. Oh, last thing I want to talk to you about is gun maintenance. Gun maintenance, if you are not really good with, taking things apart, putting things back together, I would suggest just taking it to a shop and getting it fixed, and not trying to do it yourself. Because if you have a warranty on a gun and you try to fix it yourself, it voids the warranty and you won't even get it fixed, and then you'll have to pay for it. But if you know how to do it, I would suggest take your gun apart every once in a while. Grease up the gearbox and stuff. All that. Just I'm not sure what to do off the top of my head. Usually when I do it, I know how to do everything, but I watch a video on YouTube just to make sure I'm doing things right. But take the gearbox apart and grease everything up once in a while. Check things, make sure things are alright. And thank you for watching. No, it's kind of a weird ending of the video. But if there's anything you'd like to talk about, anything you'd like to know, that I didn't cover, which I know I probably didn't cover a lot. Just leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you. With, I'll answer to the best of my knowledge of what the question you're asking is. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more.